So we're quite early in the morning here. It's we're up at near Riders Hill, where the stream starts, called West Wellerbrook. And I thought, well, I'll show you a bit about surviving on Dartmoor as regards surviving the night just with, well, if you just got a survival bag, that would help. But even if you didn't have a survival bag, and it's winter time, and obviously it's not pouring with rain, or even it was, you can keep warm by using this grass here. This grass, we call it, well, I tend to call it, people do, elephant grass. It's huge, great clumps of grass that in the summertime is just copiously green, and you can see the height of it. It's probably about 1 metre high or more, and it's a pain to walk across. And if you do your research before you go on the moors, you do well to avoid this kind of terrain. So basically, in the winter it turns to hay. I call it hay, real time hay. So you pull the stuff off the ground and you just pull it, lots and lots of it. Now I'm going to do that in a minute, just to give you an idea. If you're on Dartmoor and it's winter time particularly, and it's dry and it's cold and frosty, because that's what it's going to matter most. If it's raining, usually it's not quite so cold. And we'll see how we get on with it. Just to say, sometimes that this grass on the higher hills, if you're fortunate, you can find this in grass drifts. So this will drift up to 1 metre deep in gullies where it's windy. And that is very handy. You can pick up copious amounts of it very, very quickly. So I'm going to now pick a lot of this and show you how I go about it. So I've picked up a good bundle there. It took me a few minutes. I got a fair bit, as you can see there, and this little dip, a little bit of a shelter for this example. Around here, as you can see, there's copious amounts of it. Now if you used to spend 10 or 15 minutes gathering that, you would have a huge great amount of it, and the more you've got, the better chance you are of surviving on Dartmoor in the winter. You know, you may have twisted your ankle or something and you're not able to get off, and you just need to, you're going to have to spend the night or something. And what you do, you spread it over the ground to insulate from the cold, and also get inside your foil wrap or your foil blanket, heat blanket, or your survival bag, and then cover this with you. You can also stuff it up your arms and into under your waterproof top if you've got something like that. That's another barrier to help you to keep warm. So I'm just going to get under it and sort of see what it's like. So as you can see, I'm quite well covered with this grass. It's dry obviously at the moment, and it really feels good. If you're going to spend the night on the moors with us, get absolutely loads of it, because the more you get, the warmer you're going to be. I'm just here with my jacket on and such. I cover my legs over there, keeps the wind off. It really, really makes a difference. The more you get, it's less like being in a hay barn. This stuff really is the deal. It really does the job, and I recommend have a go at it when you're on Dartmoor. It really does work. The other thing is, avoid fires around it, because this stuff goes up like tinder. So that's my little tip of one way of surviving on Dartmoor in the freezing cold and having a reasonable, comfortable night in it. So that's the leftovers of my little shelter there. And of course, obviously, as you well know, the key to surviving the cold and such is to get shelter, get out of the wind. Even the smallest little dip in the ground can make a big difference to the wind chill. And with that sort of grass shelter on you, you're going to feel pretty good compared to what you would without. So again, if you can cover yourself up with copious amounts of this dry grass, or even it's a bit damp, you know, you are going to have a really good chance of not only surviving the night, but also probably having somewhat comfortable night as well. So yeah, that's my little tips there from my own past experience.